This makes a difference. Regular, normal, everyday foods. Oh, finally. Porridge, eggs. Oh, look. Toast. So I'm sitting up in my home away from home chair beside my bed, which is great to be sitting here. And this is the first day I've put a little lip balm on, and I don't feel too bad actually. So you stand up and you tire out so fast. So I'm going to sit here for a little while. I've got a glass of apple juice here, so I'm going to sit and enjoy that. But there's not much else to do, so I'm just going to sit here and enjoy the quiet. Well, it's been a much better day today. Last night was really brutal, and it really took it out of me. I don't think you realise how much you take for granted the words pain-free until you can't be pain-free. So I spoke with my doctors this morning. We've changed up my medications a little bit, and I've had a much more comfortable day today, which was great. It really was good. And you know, I had a shower, I washed my hair, good meals. The diet has changed, which has made a heck of a difference. Just getting back to regular food again. I've had rest, which as a mum, I know other mums out there will understand this, and probably dads too, right? It's you tend to keep pushing yourself along, and we sometimes forget that to recover you need to stop. You need to sit still and let your body have the time it needs to heal itself from some of these big things. So I'm certainly looking forward to a better night's sleep tonight than what I had last night, so that's the plan. And tonight I had a phone call, like a video call from hubby and some of the little kids, and that was so lovely, just to see their faces. I am missing them terribly. We'll be discussing with the doctor tomorrow to see if we've got a plan of when I can go home, and I very much look forward to getting home and having some gentle hugs from my kids. So this is an experience, that's for sure. These things sort of pull us up and stop us, make us take stock of everything, and you realise just how much you need your family right there with you, and how important that is. Certainly is for me. So anyway, it's quite late. I'm going to head to bed. I've got my prayer blanket that I sleep under each night, and hopefully tomorrow, yes, we can get a plan on when can this mama get back home to her family. So I will talk to you tomorrow. Good night. Good morning. Well, I've had a good night, and I think we've managed the pain overnight really well, so I'm looking forward to breakfast this morning, and it's so good to have regular food. So I've got some toast, and I've got some decaf tea. I've just popped that tea bag in there. Pull that out now. I drink very weak tea. Poached eggs, grilled tomato bacon, and just for good measure, some stewed prunes. So this will be a great start to the day. This afternoon's been quite emotional. I've had a really good day, and I thought that I was most likely headed home tomorrow, and possibly that may still happen, but it got too late this afternoon and I wasn't getting on top of the pain, and a nurse was speaking to me, and I realised that maybe, I was asking questions about how it would run if I was going to go home tomorrow, what would need to happen. It may happen that I could go home, but she said it may also be another night here in hospital and go home the next day. I understand that. But I then, because the pain was getting to me, I got all emotional and I started crying, missing everyone a lot. So, I actually won't know whether I'm going home tomorrow until I talk with the doctors in the morning and they make a decision on where we're at. So, I guess we've got to look at, I'm going to need medication to go home on, redress the wound before I go, follow-up appointments, how am I going to cope at home, what's the strategy, what's the plan at home to get that done as well, to make that as, I'm tired, to make that as easy on me as possible. The last thing I want to do is go home and start just picking up where I left off. I've got to be really strong and say no to doing things so that I recover. And that's hard. It's going to be difficult. So I know that. I know I'm going to really struggle with that because I love giving to my family. I love serving them. It's hard to say no. It's hard to just let them do whatever they have to do out there while I sit back and am not involved as such. So we will see what the doctors say in the morning. One thing I know is that it's not easy for me to not know what's going on. I like to know the plans, I like to make the plans, I like to make the list, and this is another area where I struggle. I don't know until morning, so I'll try and get a good night's sleep. I've just taken my nighttime medications and I'm about to get a heat pack for my side and try and go to bed and get some sleep. We'll talk to the doctors in the morning, and I trust their judgment. If they think that I should be here for another 24 hours, then I will stay here and we'll do that, and we'll make the plans to go home the next day. If they think that it all could be done quickly tomorrow and that wouldn't cause too much stress on me, we'll do that as well. So we'll just have to wait and see. So those plans are up in the air until we see the doctors. So in the meantime, I am being so incredibly well cared for here. The nurses are just phenomenal, cannot do enough for me. The hospital staff, cleaners and the folks from the kitchen who bring me my meals and my cup of teas, and those people are just so kind here. I have just been blown away with how much great care I am getting. So just from myself and my family, I can't say thank you enough for looking after me and making this experience bearable. You know, nobody wants to have surgery, nobody wants to have disease in their body. This is doable because of all of these caring people and their skill when they look after you. So I'm not going to sit here much longer because my side is really hurting tonight. So as I said, I'm going to get a heat pack onto that and go and lie down and see if that can relieve some of the pain from there. So, and we'll let you know what's happening in the morning. All right, night. I've got stewed prunes, some toast. Look, you can get easily bored in hospital. I've turned it into a face. It looks like a clown. And a cup of decaf tea. So, lovely breakfast again this morning. Do you know what's great? I'm going home tomorrow. That's what's great. That is just so good. I cannot wait to get home and get some cuddles from some kids and from hubby. I have missed them dearly, so I cannot wait. So that's the best news ever. So in saying that, I've seen the doctor. I'll see him again in the morning before we go. They have organised my meds to go home so that I've got some pain relief, and I just had the wound dressing changed, so I've finally seen what the incision is like. So, and it's big. It's really big. Scars do not worry me. Scars do not worry me at all. Scars are just a sign that something tried to get you and you went, nah, not today. So I don't worry about them so much, just so long as, you know, you try and keep them soft so as it heals, and once it's completely sealed up, then I will use an oil on it just to make sure it stays soft. But the actual scar itself doesn't worry me at all. So interesting to see it. I knew it would be big. I didn't think it was going to be that big. I mean in terms of size, if you think from belly button to hip, but it's higher up and like under my rib more and more around to the back. So and it was a bit painful pulling the adhesive off the wound, like around the outside of it. It's like pulling band-aids off, but supersized, you know. So it was pretty sticky because it's a waterproof dressing over an open wound. So yeah, it was a bit bitey as that came off, but it's done now, and it actually feels really good. It's got a new dressing on it, and that will come off in another half a week or so, and then it should be knitted enough together until I go back and get my checkup done. And yeah, we'll see what the monitoring's going to be and look over all those blood tests and that kind of thing. So just little steps forward, little steps each time. Just whether it's changing a dressing, whether it's having a shower each day, this is just steps forward. Some moments have been truly wretched and painful, and I have struggled with those, and then there have been other moments where friends have turned up to visit me and it's so joyful and makes me smile so much. And we've had a few laughs, even if I have to hold my side, you know, while I'm laughing, so it doesn't hurt so much. And yeah, it's as much as I'm ready to go home, this has been a very interesting and valuable experience. So. I'm so excited to be counting down the hours now to go home. I haven't done too much all day actually, but I can barely keep my eyes open tonight. I am so tired. I think that's something that's really surprised me, is that the level of exhaustion that comes from having operations of this size, is that there are moments where you feel so good and you feel like you can do so much, so you push yourself a little further, and then it just hits you and you're just so tired from it, and all you need is to sleep, but then you've got to deal with the pain and you're so uncomfortable. It's yeah, it's surprising. So I don't think it's going to take me long to fall asleep. In fact, I've got to be careful I don't fall asleep here in this chair. I need to make sure that I go and get myself into bed. I've been using a stick thing that fits on the bed to help me get in and out of bed, because when I go home I clearly won't have a bed that you can push a button and it rises up and goes down. So I've been working with the physios and getting in and out of the bed, learning how to do that, because that's something that I'll have to face when I get home. There's things in a hospital that help with your recovery that you don't have in a normal home. So yeah, it's a little bittersweet too, because, you know, I have been so well cared for here by the doctors and nurses. I just cannot speak highly enough of them and everything they've done for me, and all my wonderful family and friends that have come and visited me and kept me company, you know, through some good moments and some really low ones. So, but I am just so excited to be heading home and start the next phase of my recovery. So on that note, I had better move and get some sleep now, and I'll talk to you in the morning, and hopefully Ray and some of the kiddos will be here in the morning to pick me up, and can't wait to see them. Can't wait to see them. Looking forward to those hugs. So that's a good thing. Okay. Night. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for never leaving my side. I know you're there. I can feel you. Thank you for your grace and your mercy, for helping me manage my pain. Thank you for watching over my family. And please, I just ask, just continue to watch over me throughout this journey. Everything I am is because of you, and everything I do is for you. I love you, Jesus. Amen.